Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Florida man was arrested in southern Kentucky after a chase. And a southern Kentucky City Council will consider impeaching their mayor today.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Caroline Mueller. It is 5:33 this Friday morning, September 5th. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal for a look at your forecast this morning on this first alert weather day. Megan, it has been a lot wetter yesterday than we have seen in a long time. I mean, it feels like it hasn't really rained much at all in like months. So what is this looking like now? Are we going to stay dry, or is maybe a little bit more rain expected?
More rain is expected, but for this morning we will stay mostly dry. In fact, through most of your Friday, we're not going to see much activity. It's not until we're heading into the late evening that those chances for strong to severe storms pop right back into the forecast, leading us to a stormy night. But again, this morning, nice and dry. Here's what we're seeing across that live pinpoint Doppler radar. Not much activity, but as you travel more towards Wayne County, Kentucky, we are seeing some of these scattered showers picking up and some storm activity as we head just outside of our region into portions of Cumberland County. Now we'll continue to watch that over the next couple of hours, but for the most part, again, a nice and dry start to your Friday. Current temperatures are in the 50s and 60s this afternoon. Well, we have chances of hitting the 90s. 90 degrees, that forecast high for Irvin and Monticello, 91 in Somerset. And we'll hit the warmest part of your day around that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock time frame. And again, strong to severe storm chances are in the forecast, but it will be in the later hours of the day. Caroline.
Megan, thank you. A Kentucky State Police trooper was involved in a crash in Carter County. The single vehicle crash happened Wednesday afternoon in the Willard community. According to state police, the trooper, whose name was not released, left the roadway and hit an embankment. That resulted in the vehicle overturning. KSP says the trooper suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to the Cabell Huntington Hospital for treatment. A video is circulating on Facebook of what appears to be a woman yelling expletives at a child. We do not know the full details, but we spoke to a local child abuse advocacy organization about what you should do if you believe a child is in danger. The law says anyone who suspects a child is being abused or neglected is required to make a report. The Care Cottage in Hazard says there are certain signs you can look out for.
But if you started noticing bruising in places that maybe it shouldn't be, like maybe on the ear or just other places like that, that would be a sign. Or maybe a child used to be really outgoing, but now you notice that they stay to themselves. They don't really like to play with other kids on the playground.
Officials at the Care Cottage say by reporting child abuse, you could be saving a life. We have more information about this up on our website, WYMT.com. A man was arrested after deputies say he tried to cut down phone lines in Boyd County. Deputies say they got reports of a man cutting down phone lines in the Meade-Springer area Wednesday. They went to the area and found several sections of phone line missing. They then found Corey McAllister hiding in a nearby creek bed with wire cutting tools. McAllister is charged with possession of controlled substance and criminal mischief. Sheriff's deputies need your help catching someone suspected of shoplifting in Laurel County. They say this pair was caught on camera shoplifting from the Dollar General off Blackwater Road, about 10 miles east of London. The theft happened Wednesday around 1 p.m. Deputies say the suspect took a backpack and stuffed it with stolen items. They then left in a gray two-door car. If you recognize either of them, call the Laurel County Sheriff's Department at the number on your screen. That's 606-864-6600. We have more details and more video footage related to the case against former Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Steins, who was caught on camera shooting and killing District Judge Kevin Mullins nearly 1 year ago. WYMT's Buddy Forbes shares the latest.
There's all kinds of people in here just running around chaotic, so how am I going to tell you what happened? To the judge? Yeah.
The defense team for former Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Steins introduced new materials to the court this week, supporting the motion to dismiss the murder indictment based on what they claim are well-corroborated mental health concerns that went undisclosed during the original grand jury testimony.
You don't want to talk about it?
No.
Okay.
You're not gonna kill me, ain't you?
No. No.
No, Vicky, why in the world would we do that?
Support documents claim the Commonwealth falsely testified to not being aware of Steins displaying mental health issues, saying several reported interviews with those close to Steins had shared concerns about his mental state, including claims of paranoia about his family being killed. Kentucky State Police body cam footage of the hours following the shooting shows Steins continually raising concerns about his own safety while in custody.
Why do you think we would do something to you, Mickey? I'm just curious.
Asking several times to see his family.
I want to see my daughter in person, and then after that, I'll tell you everything.
Court documents obtained by WYMT included a transcript of the grand jury testimony, a transcript which has now been sealed by the court.
So was this something to do with your family or anything like that?
In which investigators say Steins' daughter and wife denied any involvement with the victim, District Judge Kevin Mullins. The document claims the reported stress and anxiety was connected to a civil suit involving a sex scandal in the judge's quarters, citing a local attorney who reportedly spoke to Mullins about Steins prior to the murder, saying the former sheriff, quote, couldn't take this kind of pressure.
No, there's something. Somebody's in. No.
The support documents also included a triage assessment from the Leslie County Detention Center,
Come on out, Mickey.
which claims Steins was in an active state of psychosis days after the shooting, showing no recollection of recent events. Since Steins' attorneys introduced plans for an insanity defense, the Commonwealth submitted a motion of intent to have him examined again by a private mental health specialist. The Commonwealth also requested a change of venue in the case. However, the defense team argues there is no place in the nation where the case has not been in the headlines. In Letcher County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The defense team also submitted a motion to set a bond hearing for Steins. The judge has not responded to the recent motions. A Southern Kentucky City Council will consider impeaching their mayor today. London Mayor Randall Weddle is facing various allegations from the council. The hearings follow several heated meetings between the council and the mayor. It'll take all 6 members agreeing to impeach to remove Weddle from office. University of Kentucky professor Dr. Stephen Voss says it typically takes a very significant event or borderline illegal activity for impeachment proceedings to begin.
Impeachment was never intended as a route for removing politicians over policy disagreements. We have elections and they occur fairly frequently.
Since 2023, there's been 3 Kentucky mayors impeached. The hearing will take place at 9 a.m. today, and we're told it's open to the public, but seating is limited. An initiative supporting low-income first-generation college students and students with disabilities now faces a setback. Earlier this week, Trio Talent Search Programs at Morehead State University shared that they have not received their expected grant from the U.S. Department of Education for the next school year. Instead, the Department of Ed issued a no-cost extension.
If you had any money from 24-25, you could carry it over for 1 more month. Unfortunately, our 2 grants did not have enough funding to carry forward to pay for all of our operational costs.
The university knew the lack of funding could happen, so they prepared by shifting funding so that no staffing had to be lost. They did, however, have to halt all in-person services. Some much-needed rain fell across the area yesterday, and it appears more rain is on the way for the first part of the weekend. Many places throughout the state picked up more rain on the 4th of September than the entire month of August. Matt Dixon, senior meteorologist at UK Ag Weather Center, says it does not take long for dry weather to cause issues. When the ground is dry, the possibility of fires breaking out becomes a lot more likely.
Have hundreds of $1,000s worth of machinery in these fields, 1 spark, some dry matter going across a belt, a bearing, and it can light a combine up. So we want to be especially careful as we head into harvest season.
Dixon says one of the best things Kentucky could see right now is several more systems containing widespread rain. The Challenger Learning Center is reflecting on the impact of WYMT Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson had on students and staff. For more than a decade, Brandon served as MC for robotics competitions, bringing energy and encouragement to young people across eastern Kentucky. He also helped with summer camps and team projects, making the center a place he cared about deeply. Staff say his presence will be missed, but his legacy will continue through the programs he helped shape.
It meant a lot to us here at the Challenger Center that Brandon thought enough of us to help us with our programs. He did a weather forecast from Mars for us, and we still use that every day.
The center also created the Brandon Robinson Perseverance Award, presented at First LEGO League robotics competitions each year. The Whitesburg radio station 103.9 The Bulldog made a big announcement yesterday morning. This year and every year moving forward, their 24/7 Christmas music and programming that begins the day after Thanksgiving will be called B-Rob's Christmas in the Mountains, a very nice tribute to our beloved chief forecaster. Orlando Bloom takes a dark turn, playing a former champion chasing redemption. That and more in today's Ion Entertainment Report.
And strong to severe storms are in forecast tonight. I'll tell you what you can expect up next.